Alright, what's up everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do some basic maintenance on your GR86 and BRZ. Alright, so here's pretty much everything I'm going to be doing in today's video. I have 6 quarts of some Castrol EDGE full synthetic 5W30. And this is thicker than the factory OEM spec, which is OW20. I live in California, so the OW20 just wasn't cutting it, and I do plan on tracking the car this month. And then I have OEM Toyota filter. There's that. And then your crush washer. And then the engine air filter. Alright, so first things first. The engine air filter is going to be located right here in this air box. It'll have these two little cuffs. To undo them, you simply just pull back. And then they come out just like that. There she is. Yeah. Nice. And then as you can see here, here's the old filter. This was in here for about 20,000 miles, so time to replace that. And then here is the new engine filter. As you can see, a lot cleaner, brand new. And then yeah, and then you want to make sure that these ridges are facing towards the front bumper. It's a little finicky. Just up and outward. When that's installed, you want to have both these cuffs secured, and then the two plastic clips on the bottom you want to make sure that they are inside and secure, just like on this side. That looks good. So now that the engine air filter is done, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the oil change. Alright, now we're going to jack up the car. I have a 3/8 ratchet for the under panel, under tray, a torque wrench for the drain bolt, crush gasket, and then new oil filter, funnel, drain pan, and then oil of choice. And then you're going to want 6 quarts. I believe the manual calls for 5.4 quarts. I'm just going to try to put in a little bit above the top dot on the dipstick. So yeah, we'll get to draining the oil. You're going to need a 10mm socket to remove this outer shield. You want to slide this small under tray out. It is ideal to warm up your oil before you drain it, but you could do it cold, I suppose. Grab your 17mm socket, and then be careful when you're undoing this. Try not to get hot oil everywhere. I believe this is torqued to 30 foot-pounds. So now that the oil is pretty much done draining, you want to take your drain plug and then replace the crush gasket with the new one. And just take it off like so. And then when you install your gasket, you want the flat side to be contacting the bolt here. So flat side towards the end of the bolt. I'm going to grab my torque wrench and then go ahead and tighten this 17mm drain bolt to 30 foot-pounds. Double check that you did install the new gasket. And once you've verified that the drain bolt is torqued, you want to grab your 10mm ratchet and then secure this under tray once again. Alright, and once you tighten up these 3 bolts, the under tray, you should be good to go down here. And I'm just going to be removing the old oil filter. And then before you install your new oil filter, you want to lube up this O-ring here with your oil. So I'm just going to dip my finger in this bottle and then just screw back on from there. So now that we have our new oil filter in, we can go ahead and fill in our new oil. Alright, now I'm going to be checking the oil level. A little bit above the fill line, which is what we want. And yeah, on both sides we've reached the full amount. So looking good there. Correct amount of oil. For your used oil, I recommend putting it back in the 5-quart container. And then you can take it to AutoZone, O'Reilly's, and then they'll dispose it for you free of charge. So yeah, now I've pretty much drained all of the used oil back into the container. Hannah's shacking herself up. Alright guys, that is going to be the end of my little service guide here. Please, if you made it this far, let me know in the comments what I could have done better, if I messed anything up, or if you just have any suggestions. See you guys later.